What's going on, peeps? So y'all absolutely ate up my last video about YouTuber gone musicians who actually turned out pretty good. It seems like Twitter loved it too. I appreciate y'all the most. Thanks for the free promo. I was given a lot of recommendations in the comments that continue to prove my point that not all YouTubers make terrible music to stroke their ego. Some creators are truly passionate about the art of music and want to expand their horizons. A few of these risk takers ended up with a successful career not only in content creation, but music. I want to document more of those stories in this video today. If you saw the first part, you should know that I have a criteria for making this list. Artists who use YouTube to get their music big do not count. As much as I'd love to talk about Poppy, she sadly doesn't count because her channel was clearly orchestrated to promote her upcoming music career with bizarre AZERRZ-like promo videos. She was more of a project than a content creator, no offense. Cover YouTubers also do not count. For example, Dodie has always been musically focused since the beginning with a separate vlog channel. They had to at least gotten somewhat popular on the platform for anything other than music. Plus, any TikTok, Vine, or Tumblr stars are excluded, like Danny Gonzalez, sadly. With all that being said, it's time to dive into another batch of good YouTuber music. Now this is a throwback. Indeed, Scarlxrd was once a YouTuber known as Mozzie Moes. He posted upbeat vlogs from his bedroom with a cheerful attitude, using his film studies and clever editing skills. The dude was born to be an entertainer. Even if the man didn't enjoy this time of his life looking back, he was pretty successful in the field, working with popular prank creators like Sam Pepper and Casper Lee. Between late 2013 and mid 2014, he and Pepper went on a global comedy music tour. Eventually, the stress of content creation got to him, and he had plans to switch focus. His YouTube audience would stumble across his nu metal band, Myth City, that led to a lot of shocking looks. Mozzie was damn near screaming his head off each track, and the band had this heavy, grueling sound in comparison to his YouTube videos where he appears to be extra friendly and innocent. After releasing a few EPs, the band seemingly disbanded, and Mozzie went solo as Scarlxrd. He went on to become a pioneer of trap metal, alongside City Morgue, with the genre rapidly expanding from 2018 to 2020. You would hear harsh screaming, intense rap beats, and loud, distorted guitars being influenced by Linkin Park, Eminem, and Slipknot visually. In the beginning, he had this signature face mask, influenced by Tokyo Ghoul and anime, symbolizing his break from his earlier YouTube persona. By early 2017, he deleted all of his Mozzie Moz videos and rebranded his channel under his new stage name. Why this happened has been traced to a painful breakup, and Scarlxrd feeling the need to finally express his true self after feeling pressured by YouTube. It was a great decision on his part. He put out multiple albums and music videos at a rapid pace, eventually taking the internet by storm with his breakout hit Heart Attack. Sounds familiar. I just love Amdante's reaction to this. His fifth album by this point, Lord Season, came out later in 2017, and some of his songs were even featured in the game Counter-Strike Global Offense. By 2018, he was doing festivals, tours, and signing a major label deal with Island Records. Scarlxrd continued to feed his fans with multiple releases, even if the trap metal wave was dying down. In 2021, he parted ways with Island Records and launched his own label, Lord Records. Now an independent artist, he hopped on a song Misha Misha with fellow YouTube rapper Corpse Husband that is now one of his biggest songs. Not much has really changed since. It just seems like he's just putting out good quality music for his fans that get you hype. You've got to respect him for walking away from guaranteed YouTube fame to chase his real dream, packing out shows and creating raw, high energy music that hits hard. Yeah, this is going to be the most popular one on the list. Conan Grey was an example that I was hesitant to include at first, but once I dug into his backstory, he didn't even start out as a cover YouTuber like Shawn Mendes or Justin Bieber. He kicked off his YouTube career as a 15-year-old vlogger in 2013 who attempted a bunch of challenges involving baking. He created like 4 channels apparently. 2 didn't go far, and the other 2 were just his art channel and his current one. It wasn't until a year later where he actually put out his first cover. It turns out the boy had a rough upbringing marked by divorce, frequent moves, financial struggles, school bullies, and family tension, finding comfort in the church, art, and singing. Singing was always a part of his life. Whenever he'd hear a song, he'd try to mimic it, often to the annoyance of his mom. Conan was inspired to make music after seeing how Adele got discovered just by writing songs in her bedroom, so he continued to coast with a mix of vlog and music content from his bedroom, developing a decent following of 50,000 subscribers by 2015, as he progressed as a songwriter and singer in a self-taught way, a progression you can see through his old catalog of videos, until 2017, where he started to take music much more seriously. Grey teased a few original songs, with one named Idle Town. This was the one to put him on the map for a pop star transition. Already accumulating hundreds of thousands of supporters, he had enough support to push his debut single to 14 million streams in a year. This led him to sign a record deal with Republic in 2018. From here, his career only continued to blossom, as pop fans were drawn to his youthful charm and light, high-pitched voice. In November, Conan released his debut EP, Sunset Season, and went on tour. He posted one last vlog in 2019 before stopping making YouTube videos altogether due to a lack of interest. The channel is now dedicated solely to his music. From here, you got to see him open for Panic at the Disco, win multiple streaming awards, and surpass 250 million streams. In early 2020, a song of his called Manic became a breakout hit during the pandemic, earning triple platinum status. His debut album, Kid Crow, dropped on March 20th, 2020, debuting at number 5 in the US. That August, his song Heather would go viral on TikTok and become his biggest hit to date, with over 1 billion streams. Fans even called December 3rd Heather Day. Personally, I love Memories and Overdrive the most. Conan followed up with 2 more successful albums, Super Ache in 2022 and Found Heaven in 2024. He's even earned praise from his idol, Taylor Swift, who Swifties see as one of her musical children. What we can learn from Conan is that if you're a YouTuber, continue to put yourself out and document your progress, because you never know what will happen in a year. He's always been a talented guy who leaned into different paths of content, got feedback, and chose the one, ultimately, that was destined for him. With 26 million subscribers to his name, I'm convinced Vanoss can do anything. He's obviously an amazing gamer, but he also plays ice hockey, has a marketing firm, been involved in the creation of an anime series and video game, did some acting, and is one of YouTubers' greatest entertainers. Oh, and he also does music. He began playing the guitar as a hobby growing up. Following his rapid rise to internet fame, he led fans to a new page of his centered around music in mid-2017. Vanoss co-founded a LA-based record label and management company, Avant Garden Music, with Brittany Crawford and Azadna Faisi. He planned to sign up-and-coming artists he came across. Some went on to become fairly successful in their own right, including Emotional Oranges and him. Under the stage name Rinks, he entered the world of music as a DJ with down-tempo EDM and indie electronic music. His work has received praise for his ability to blend hip-hop and EDM sounds in fresh, surprising ways for a content creator. I guess this venture also helps him avoid copyright issues, as he can literally just use his own music. His first release was a remix of They The Right on August 25th, 2017, followed by his debut single Want You featuring Miranda Glory in December. In 2018, Rinks dropped several remixes, including songs by Alice in Wonderland and Gallant. Over the next year, he released more singles like I'm Alright, Hold On, Read My Mind, Club Poor with Tiny Meat Gang, and All For You with Kieza. His debut album In Pieces came out on October 25th, 2019. Following a few live shows, Rinks would suddenly go silent for the next 5 years, with the occasional studio teaser. The reason he stopped releasing music under this persona isn't entirely clear. It could have been burnout, COVID-19, or simply the result of juggling too many projects at once and feeling overwhelmed. Thankfully, he returned to music just recently in January under his real name, Evan Fong, with 3 new singles, seemingly going in more of a synth-punk direction that has fans excited for what's to come. Yes, Internet Jesus, Mr. Commentary, Mr. Ruined a Hunger Games scene, Mr. Sleeper Build, Mr. White Shirt Guy, and Mr. Always Got That Strap on Him makes music. With 17 million subscribers to his name, Charlie is one of the most influential YouTubers in history. Given his look, it's no shocker the dude decided to hop on the mic, just saying. Turns out he has a shockingly good voice. I guess he can truly do anything. However, his career quickly peaked when he made Let's Party Party Tonight in 2005 at Disney Quest. Okay, but seriously, in 2019, Charlie teamed up with New Zealand's Troy McHughray from the band Soul Slate to form the rock duo, The Gentlemen. Fun fact, I'm pretty sure they have actually never met in person. Charlie would be the lead vocalist, singing in a much higher pitch register than his usual monotone talking style in his videos. They began releasing singles that same year, kicking off with 2019 Guy on April 12th, gaining 12 million views, being described as the greatest music video of all time. by Charlie, with his friends pretending to play instruments in the background. He describes the life of an alcoholic cuck that lacks confidence and is seen as weak or submissive. Didn't know this was a Sneeko diss track. A lot of his songs seem like parodies of a strange specific group of people with good production that match the dramatic tone of his content. Real to Me is about smashing a body pillow. Skynut is literally about robots that have taken over and use cum as an energy source, all while his sarcastic fanbase praises it as the most deep, beautiful lyricism imaginable. Maybe there is a deep hidden message about capitalism or climate change somewhere. Charlie does generally enjoy what he's doing though, especially in the music videos. Many of his influences come from metal, including bands from Japan, but he can vibe with different genres like rap. Anything feel good piques his interest, even if they are depressing. Speaking of depressing, 2004 Breakup is every pop punk breakup cliche imaginable, followed by their debut album, The Evolution of Tears, on September 5, 2021, and a self-titled EP on October 27, 2023. Standouts are Not Being Afraid to Take Your Girl on Your Boyfriend Doesn't Scare Me, and mocking a mod of Amaranth who freaked out over her having a husband-out obsession. I'm convinced Charlie is only using 5% of his power because he could take this a lot more seriously if he wanted to. Enemy, for example, sees him actually do something unironic in tribute to Linkin Park. Goes to show that you can make pretty stellar stuff that matches your general taste and humor. Like, it's hilarious how this doesn't feel out of place from Charlie's general content. I guess if you're looking for some silly alt metal that goes hard, seek out The Gentleman. Here's someone you may also be familiar with. This guy has got to be one of the best voice actors on YouTube. The way he can imitate anyone's voice is genuinely impressive. You'd think it was an AI cover. So I'm not shocked the dude has built up a channel of 7 million subscribers. I find it genuinely inspiring how he went from voice acting on YouTube to popular television series like Family Guy and American Dad. Did you know he voices Cleveland Brown now? However, impressions aren't the only way he's put his voice to use. He also makes music under the alias For Riff. His debut single August is also his most popular, came out in 2018, earning 18 million streams on Spotify. He released his first album At Last Sight on August 30th, 2019. Then on April 29th, 2020, he put out his follow-up EP called Go Gadget Blue Clues with rapper Delinquent. He's only released a bundle of singles since. While music obviously isn't the biggest focus in his life, his style of smooth, soulful R&B shows how talented this man truly is, coming from a place of genuine passion. Even the cinematography of his music videos are stellar. Turns out he's a wonderful lyricist too, crafting powerful lines that pack a punch like on That Last Sight Kids. Definitely has a catalog that deserves more love. Emma Blackery was a popular UK creator during the quirky LOL, RMO, DIY days of YouTube for absurd vlogs, skits, and commentary. Back when you could talk from your messy bedroom about anything and profit. By 2015, she had surpassed 1 million subscribers. Ultimately, she had different desires of making music and didn't expect to make YouTube videos forever. Heck, she started out her time on YouTube sharing demos with her EP Human Behavior arriving in 2012. There is a music video for one song that she deleted out of embarrassment though. She chose to focus on YouTube for the time being since it was going well, while quietly working on new music behind the scenes. In 2013, Emma introduced music into her content again, though some fans used to her comedy weren't impressed at first. Thankfully, she managed to win their hearts with her most popular video that sees her dissing Google Plus on a ukulele while wearing a prime CM Punk shirt. That's how you do it, Colleen. She kept improving her smoky tone of voice and honest writing, releasing several EPs over the years like 2013's Distance, 2014's Perfect, 2016 Sucks to Be You, and her breakout release Magmatized in 2017, mixing electropop and alternative sounds with themes of growth and self-empowerment. Her large dedicated online audience allowed her to notch a few songs on the UK Hot 100. Eventually, the song Magnetized was featured at Apple's iPhone X launch, giving her global exposure. By this point, she decided to shift her focus fully to music, which was expected by her dissatisfaction with YouTube as a platform, starting her own label, RWG Records, and releasing her debut album Villains in 2018. It charted in the UK and Scotland, and she toured across Europe. Her second album, Girl in a Box, came out in 2021 with similar acclaim. Since then, Emma's just kept making music independently that people with Tumblr nostalgia would like, while growing her presence on platforms like Twitch and these occasional YouTube videos. She may not be that popular anymore after her drama-filled 2019, where she honestly got backlash for like no reason, but it's nice to see her electropunk style is still being admired and Emma finds cathartic feelings with it. Oh boy, this is gonna be hard to talk about. If you didn't know, alt-rock emo rapper Wifiskeleton, formerly known as popular commentary YouTuber AZERRZ, took his own life on May 5th, 2025, right when he was seemingly on his way to music stardom. You may have ran into him around 2018 as one of the many Leafy-inspired commentary channels talking about random topics while showing gameplay. By 2019, he had surpassed 1 million subscribers on YouTube. In the background of all this, he started making music, using different names like Fuxy, Moody, Secret Saturdays, and eventually Wifiskeleton. Another important persona of his was Star67, where he made remixes of popular songs in BitCrush rap. He was slowly but surely building up underground buzz as the years went on. Around 2022, he placed more focus on the Wifiskeleton persona, using millennial cartoon visuals, emoji clip art, drawings, and early internet culture in his music covers with his trademark self-deprecating text-to-speech tags. However, in early 2023, allegations of grooming came to light that led to the deletion of his YouTube channel. Twitter user Hello Indigo accused AZERRZ of grooming her since he was 13. They had apparently broken up the year prior, and AZERRZ later dated another girl who he dated for 3 years. AZERRZ was then accused of cheating on his then girlfriend by sending nudes and being inappropriate with minors. Former friends disavowed him, and he made a final video stating that he would get therapy and mental health. In May 2023, AZERRZ returned to YouTube and made a video claiming most allegations were true, but the DMs and story about the 12-year-old victim were false. Many still believe the alleged victims were not lying. Either way, he stopped posting on his main YouTube channel and decided to focus on making dark lo-fi indie rock music, with topics of love, regret, depression, and murder instead. Months after releasing his debut album Suburban Daredevil on October 22nd, 2024, his catalog blew up when the deep cut "Nope, You're Too Late, I Already Died" went viral on TikTok. A week after this had happened, Wifiskeleton was found dead in Miami, Florida from a drug overdose after taking a mix of lean and Xanax, previously stating on his final IG live that he would. This news prompted his music to only become more popular, with the previously mentioned track being launched to Spotify's top 50 and debuting at number 91 on the Billboard Hot 100. This leaves us with a lot of questions about the man. What could have been if he hadn't overdosed? Was he innocent or guilty of his allegations? One thing that can't be questioned is that the music was awesome and showed high potential that he never got to fulfill. He leaves behind a complicated legacy where he definitely felt guilty about his past as he struggled with drug addiction and depression and wanted to improve as a person. The dude needed a lot of help, and based on what I've heard, no one around him really cared. It's a truly tragic end to a promising career. NakeyJakey is another popular commentary YouTuber who has been known across the net discussing every topic he can across the World Wide Web while sitting on an exercise ball, as well as his video game reviews that he used to do in rap form. You heard that right, he literally turned a review script into a rap song starting in 2016 with a instrumental and everything. Quite unique. So this was the first time viewers learned about his musical talents. Not shocking to see why he developed a fanbase so quickly in 2018 after his videos of criticisms for Red Dead Redemption 2. The humor, pacing, and overall effort is applaudable, leading to the man reaching 2 million subscribers. He may not upload frequently, but he makes the wait worth it. So how does Jakey take advantage of his fame and music talent? He starts making original songs. In November 2016, he put out Cafeteria under the Jakey alias and continued to release more melodic hip-hop fused singlets with cloud rap integrations as he pumped out YouTube videos. There's a clever mix of R&B, dark wave, and lo-fi through his short catalog, a lot of it being self-produced, backed up by nostalgic video game and pop culture samples as his soft spoken voice echoes almost in the background, yet it carries a lot of emotional weight. It's all a vibe on the surface until you truly dive into what he's saying, especially when the music videos are so eerie in their own right. 3 of his songs ended up earning tens of millions of streams either way. Saint-like, in celebration of 100,000 subscribers, sounds like overdosing on life, where he wanted to present himself as this innocent saint, but he's really just like his friends, trying to chase that high to block out his insecurities. Not Dead Yet samples the 90s anime Berserk and sees him trying to be more upfront about his feelings. Moby Dick pictures the aftermath of a breakup that sees the man working on himself in the gym to cope. Each song was said to be for an album Dead Friends that was never released and likely scrapped. Despite his popularity, he ended up disappearing for 15 months in 2020 due to creative burnout, before coming back on December 21st, 2021 to announce an EP called Rom-Com, originally set for a release in February 2022. After many delays, the the EP finally came out November 18th, 2022. It was received greatly by his fanbase and even critics that aren't even in his fanbase. But he hasn't put out any new music since. He's still doing YouTube videos though. Those have been pretty successful. While many suggested Jakey wanted to be the next Joji given their similar style, maybe he just wants to drop music when he wants to, only to show how much of a diverse talent he is and not be this global sensation. It is clear he is a perfectionist at everything he does and won't pump out content for the sake of pleasing the algorithm. That I can respect. Luna is known for having one of the most chaotic lives a man can have, as detailed in his storytime videos he still puts out multiple times a week, with gameplay in the background. He's pretty much a less edgy Leafy is here. He's still pretty on the edge, but not enough that his channel would get taken down nowadays. During the height of the 2015-2017 commentary wave, 3 million viewers followed his chaotic personal life. By 2020, he had grown a lot as a person, to the point where he wanted to tell his stories in a different way, through music. He first appeared on Clary's album This Is Weird, then released his debut single Waste My Life on August 12, 2020. It starts off with a melodic trap vibe with a laid-back intimate flow, before closing out with a whole punk breakdown. This was followed by Butterfly on October 8th, 2020. He later released his first album Death Wish on July 1st, 2022. Then there was his scrap EP Not Good Enough in 2023. As of recently, he's been putting out more moody trap punk tunes that satisfy his audience, in preparation for his second album Hellbound that is rumored to be out this year. It's quite nice to see how his audience got to grow up with him through his decade-long YouTube career, seeing him drop out of high school, almost get arrested, and now make fire emotional music. After everything he's been through, this is the best outcome we could have got. You know, when I used to watch his Discord videos back in the pandemic era, there was something incredibly relatable about seeing 6 to 7 guys hop in a Discord call to make a song in a short span of time, mainly because I was doing stuff similar around that time, if you know you know. So I had a feeling Softwilly and his posse could take things in a more serious direction if they wanted to. The way they went from making just one song to a whole album together in a wholesome, fun environment, where you get to see the entire process is fascinating. From writing bars to choosing a beat to recording vocals to engineering everything, it gives the finished result a DIY charm to it. Helps that the group chat, they're called, are mostly very talented, including Softwilly, Isaac Y, Young Cage, and Larry, and especially Yumi, who I got so many comments about in my last video. Thanks for the many recommendations, y'all. Yes, he is very fire. Check him out. Taking us to the present day, where these guys have enhanced their musical skills to put out tracks with eye-catching AMVs that aren't related to a video they made. The Softwilly music channel is like an unofficial record label where they all drop their high-energy, fun trap tunes for fans to hear. A lot of it being unironically good despite their comedic background. You'd even see fellow YouTuber Pat God show up on this channel. These songs would somehow manage to collect millions of streams across the internet. It's possible some of their listeners don't even know about their YouTube channels. In 2021, Softwilly dropped Actin' Up, the first album that included most of the group. After success, he followed up with 2022's Donna and Contraband, which also features the same members. Then in October 2023, they released their first single as a group, Lean, to promote their Gamer Subs flavor of the same name. I guess you could say these boys made it out of the group chat. It proves that blending funny, entertaining Discord videos with quality music can build a loyal fan base and even launch an entirely new career path. Before we end this video, I wanted to list out some honorable mentions that have potential in music but haven't expanded on it fully. I'm Davis. Other than Kai and Phantom, I think Davis has the greatest musical potential of the AMP members. He's already taking it more seriously than all of them, putting out 4 R&B centered singles as of recently. They are pretty good. He even got the legendary popularizer of autotune, T-Pain, on one of them. Davis has a heck of a voice that he has been developing behind the scenes in secret. Can't wait to hear more. Jason the Ween, alongside his phase pal Plackboy Max that I'm still hung up on musically. The two have been producing music together on stream and releasing it, sometimes having their features on stream recording with them, who are usually like pretty high up artists. He recently put out Summer Uptown with another YouTuber gone musician David weeks ago that has been received pretty positively. For a reason, it's an excellent bot for the summer. Jason has a laid-back melodic voice on him that should not go unnoticed. Potential is high, and if he keeps improving, he could see a career in pop rap. Stable Ronaldo. Yes, the payphone kid. Young Justin Bieber has has a shockingly good voice. If he actually took himself seriously and didn't try to be the clip, he could cook up a track or few. I don't know how he does it, but every time he gets on the mic, he accidentally pops off, like his performance on this FaZe Clan pop punk song where he sells emotional angst well. 100 miles away, but you're here. And that freaky ass song he made with Jason recently. You and her can bring your friends. I'm trying to fuck in my Benz. Deji. I don't give a f, man. I shit in the urinal. Yeah, he ran, hiding like he's Ann. You know that girl Stella? I went into Stella. Top 5. I think I've said enough. So what can we learn from these creators? It is still very possible to make actual good music and be a YouTuber at the same time. It's hard to balance this passion, especially if an already busy schedule. But if you know you got something inside of you that you want to show, why not see how it goes? Some of these artists didn't have prior musical experience, yet they went on to practice every day until they were satisfied with their abilities. Some made full-on successful careers while others kept to themselves and were supported by their most diehard fans. The best advice is to be authentic when it comes to this stuff, a trait everyone is craving nowadays. People will know immediately if what you're doing isn't truly you. That's why so many of these big YouTubers fail to connect, because it doesn't feel genuine. Some are just also not that talented, hate to say it. I think you really need to listen to how your audience responds when you put music out. Listen to the fans that actually want you to improve, ignore the trolls. Work on it, and who knows, maybe you'll prove a few album of the year rate your music critics wrong. If there is a thing you love and you're truly passionate about it, pursue it with precaution. At least you could say you tried. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, leave a like and subscribe for more base content. Let me know any other acts I could use for part 3 if y'all want it. I'll see y'all in the next one. Make sure to love all, and peace. Thank you.